Shalom, Call Halayumla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you saints and Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami camp coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. What I want to go into briefly is preparing your mind for the worst, yet expect the best. Prepare your mind for the worst, but expect the best. Okay, and what I mean by that is overall, period, being in this truth, you want to have a unstoppable, invincible, resilient spirit about yourself. Unshakable, unmovable, as the scriptures say. You want to have a no matter what spirit. Okay? Meaning nothing can separate you from the love of the Most High, which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right? That's the ultimate mindset that someone of the hopeful elect should have. So having that mindset and knowing the times that we're in, the times that we're going into, it would be good for you to count the cost, as the scriptures say. Understand the position that we're in, understand what we're up against, and understand what could potentially happen to you for the sake of the gospel. The type of things that you may suffer for being in this truth, and ultimately knowing that it's a test from the Lord to see what level of faith you're on. Okay? Yet at the same time, we should be expecting, which means to hope for the best. Right? You should expect for the Lord to keep you in the hour of Jacob's trouble, to protect you, to be with you, to guide you, to feed you. Right? To raise a standard for you. And not only for you, but for your family. If brothers have wives, brothers have children, you should be expecting for miracles to take place. Right? Especially and only it's going to happen only if you're doing what you have to do for the Lord. Ultimately, if you're of the elect. If you're putting on as the elect, being a brother, showing charity, being on fire for Yahweh Basham Yoshai, not in this thing for vainglory. If you truly about Yahweh Basham Yoshai, expect the Lord to do good for you. Okay? But at the same time, it would be naive of a brother to think that you are exempt from the Lord testing you, from the Lord putting you through tribulation, hard times, man. You had Job in the book of Job, it said what? Shall we not receive from the Lord good and evil? And we're all spiritually in the lot of Job. The Lord is going to test us, man, going into what we're going into. Yes, we want our family. Yes, what brother wants to go into a concentration camp? What brother wants to, not eat for a couple of days, a few days, What brother wants to be on the run from Esau and from people trying to hunt you down, trying to kill you? What brother wants to have his children taken away from him? You getting separated from your family, being separated from brothers. No brother wants these things. And you should not expect these things to happen for you. Which means hope. You shouldn't hope that you go into a concentration camp, right? But don't think that it can't happen. You should be preparing your mind for these things in case these things do happen, because we don't know. It's better that you prepare your mind for these type of things to happen and they don't happen than for you to not prepare your mind for these things and they do happen and you all lost and confused, like, Lord, why is this happening to me? You know, brothers never told me I would be in this position. It would be naive of you to think that it's impossible for you to not get taken away in the middle of the night. All right? It would be naive of you to think that it's impossible that certain of your loved ones won't make it. Okay? Because we're not the Lord. And we don't know know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen after I turn this video off and get out this car. But I know one thing, as the scriptures say, okay, this is the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Okay, that I know. I know that whatever happens for, any brother that's of the hopeful elect, myself included, or I say that humbly, I know whatever I go through or whatever happens to me, I know it's for my good. No matter how it may look in the flesh, no matter how it may look in the present moment, no matter if you can't see a way out, you can't see how the Lord is going to get you out of this, or what's going to come out of this. But I know that it's for my good. That's an unstoppable, invincible, victorious mindset. Okay? And that's a mindset that we all should want. With that mindset, it doesn't matter what happened to you. How bad it doesn't matter. Because you know that in the end is to make you better. You can't grow in faith unless your faith is tried. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 23. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Okay? So the desire of the righteous is only good. Lord willing, we are the elect. We're the righteous. Not because we don't sin and that we're perfect. We're righteous because of our faith in the sacrifice of Yahawashi. Okay? We don't want wrath. We don't want evil to come upon us or to our loved ones. And we don't expect it. You shouldn't expect to go to a concentration camp to be separated from your family. You shouldn't to be tortured and these type of things. You shouldn't expect those things. Of course, you shouldn't desire them, right? That's the expectation or the hope of the wicked. For those that fell out this truth, for those that's BS and they know they're not really about the Lord, they know they're going to be destroyed. Okay? But as Paul said, let's get this. It's the book of Philippians chapter 4 and 11. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me. Okay, and in this context, the Apostle Paul was speaking on, his finances, but you can apply this to all walks of life, all aspects of life. No matter what situation you're in, you should know that the Lord is able to get you through it. The Lord is able to strengthen you and make you get through it, no matter if it's the worst case scenario. So it would be wise to prepare yourself, prepare your mind, visualize the worst case scenario that can happen, and ask yourself, if this happens, would I still keep my faith? Would I turn my back on the Lord if this happened? And the answer should be no. The answer should be, I'm going to retain my faith. I'm going to retain and keep my integrity and keep pushing. We got to ask ourselves these questions because we don't know what the hell can happen. We don't know what the Lord got planned for us. But you shouldn't want those things to happen, right? You shouldn't desire, and ultimately that's why we're able to pray, right? That's why we have grace now to prepare ourselves spiritually, and try to the best of our ability, work on our relationship with Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai, so that when these things take place, the Lord raises that standard for us, that the Lord is going to come through for us. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unawares. You got to have a lot of people, as it says in verse 35, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. So the times that we're coming into is, even though with everything that's going on right now, it's still going to catch these people by surprise, because their hope and their desires, everything goes back to normal. But we know that it's not. We know that it's only going to get worse. So what should we be doing? Preparing our minds for it. Right? Verse 36, watch ye therefore, right? Keep your eyes peeled, so to speak, your spiritual eyes peeled. Watch out for the current events. Watch out for things that's going on, and look for things to get worse. Right? Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Okay, so we have the grace period right now to watch and pray that we're counted worthy to escape these judgments and plagues that's coming. To escape Esau coming down with great wrath. To escape the different plagues and judgments that the Most High is getting ready to send on this place. And just because you get caught up, you may get caught up. Esau may catch you and take you to a camp. So we may get separated from your family or whatever. That's not the end all be all. Because the Lord told us that it's a possibility. It's actually going to happen for certain brothers, man. It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. And Lord will not end off with this. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. We don't know what that tribulation is going to consist of. You're going to be in the hands of Esau. But the Lord told us, prepare your mind. That's basically what he said. Prepare your mind for this. And don't be afraid if it happens to you. Remain faithful. All right? Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So if you able to endure it, the tribulation, and remain faithful, you're going to receive salvation. You see? That's the whole point. Which that means what? It worked out for your good. Brothers that's going to get taken to a concentration camp or whatever, that's going to work out for your good. That's for your good. That's for you to prove to the Lord that you improve to him, prove to the Most High, prove to Yahweh, prove to Yahawashi, prove to the angels, prove to the world and everybody that's going to look into your record, your legend, that you were truly about Yahweh Basham Yahawashi, and there was nothing that could have happened to take away your faith. Nobody's going to be able to say, oh Lord, if it's because you have a hedge about him. Satan not going to be able to say that like he tried to say with Job. If you took the hedge about him, he's going to lose. If you remove your hedge or protection, then he's going to curse you. Or if you take away his children, or if you put him in this situation, put him in that situation, then he'll curse you. Nobody's not going to be able to say anything like that. You see? So preparing your mind for the worst is for your good. And pray and hope, which means to expect for the best. Okay? So this is just something I wanted to speak on. I didn't want to make this too long. Lord willing, what I'm saying makes sense and it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash, until the next one, Shalom.